For over 50 years, the Super Bowl halftime show has operated as the ultimate sanctuary for safe, English-speaking pop culture and predictable patriotism. But by 2026, the league was facing a structural problem. This animated chart shows the issue. Domestic viewership growth had stalled out. To keep expanding, the NFL needed to capture a highly specific, untapped demographic. Nearly 39 million Latino sports fans living in the United States. To solve this, organizers handed the largest live television audience in the country to Spotify's top global artist, Bad Bunny. He accepted the gig, but explicitly refused to assimilate his act or perform his setlist in English. The decision triggered an immediate political backlash. Conservative commentators and political figures argued the choice alienated audiences who expected traditional values from a traditional broadcast. In response, the political advocacy group Turning Point USA organized a simultaneous rival event. They announced the All-American Halftime Show, headlined by Kid Rock, designed to air at the exact same moment. This overlapping broadcast schedule turned a standard 15-minute pop concert into a live televised stress test over what the word American actually means today. When the official broadcast began, the 50-yard line had been physically transformed into a Puerto Rican casita surrounded by a sugarcane field. The political coding started almost immediately with the guest stars. Lady Gaga joined the set wearing a highly deliberate wardrobe choice. Her dress was adorned with the Flor de Maga, Puerto Rico's national flower, and color-matched to the light blue shade of the Puerto Rican independence flags waving across the stadium. Ricky Martin then made a surprise appearance, but instead of his massive crossover pop hits, he performed a track focused entirely on the dangers of gentrification and cultural erasure in the Caribbean. Later, a child actor stood in the middle of a domestic set, holding a replica Grammy Award. This acted as a specific nod to recent, highly publicized ICE raids targeting immigrant families. These specific references to local independence movements and cultural preservation reached a global audience by hiding behind high-energy choreography and familiar celebrity cameos. The climax of the show relied on a highly calculated use of the English language. Over the entire 13-minute runtime, Bad Bunny spoke exactly one sentence in English. He looked at the camera and said, "God bless America." Then he pivoted. He followed that phrase by listing more than 20 distinct nations across North, Central, and South America. The performance closed with him holding up a football inscribed with a final message: "Together we are America." By flaming the United States as one part of a 20-nation list, Bad Bunny reclaimed the word American as a continental identity rather than a national one. While that played out in California, an alternative reality was streaming from a studio in Atlanta. Turning Point USA's Counter Show played to an audience of about 200 people, where Kid Rock struggled through a set hampered by obvious lip-syncing and network lag issues. The organizers had framed this counter-programming as a necessary refuge for true traditional patriots seeking an agenda-free entertainment option. To see how that framing held up against reality, we can look at the forensic data collected by researchers at Montclair State University. This chart shows Super Bowl Sunday's social media mention volume, with a massive spike peaking at 9 p.m., representing 75,000 mentions for Bad Bunny. Comparing this search activity chart directly against the alternative broadcast, Bad Bunny's metrics tower over Kid Rock's flatlining data. The final viewership numbers reflect the same divide. The Turning Point broadcast peaked at roughly 6.4 million concurrent streams. The official halftime show drew over 128 million domestic viewers and amassed 4 billion views globally within 24 hours. The impact even spilled over into the education sector, as the language learning app Duolingo reported an immediate surge in users starting Spanish lessons. With billions of views and a measurable surge in Spanish language learning, the NFL's demographic gamble proved that Pan-American culture has successfully captured the center of mainstream American media.